Okay. I think we should start now. Hi, everyone. My name is Millie, and I'm just going to be the screen sharer for today and introducing our experts. Thank you so much for joining the Holistic Skin Health Masterclass. And we're really excited about this class, and I will introduce our wonderful hosts. First, we have Anna Dewey. Anna, you can say hi if you want. Or
Hi guys, my name is Anna. I am an esthetician at Face House in South Bay. I'm super excited to be speaking with everyone today.
Awesome. And then we have Elsa, Dr. Elsa.
Hi, nice to meet you, everyone. I'm from California, San Francisco, for this class. Nice to see you all and meet you all.
And then we have Gabby.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gabby. I'm a registered dietitian at Hum, and I'm so excited to chat with all of you today.
Awesome. Okay, so first off, we have Elsa presenting on the skin microbiome, which she's our expert in. So Elsa, I'll go to your slide and we can begin. You can take it away.
Yeah, thank you, Millie. Nice to meet everyone. Sorry about the very strong French accent. Please, if you don't understand what I'm saying, feel free to interact in the chat. I also be looking if you have any question while I start presenting. The idea of this masterclass is really to talk about holistic skin health from the gut up to the skin, and that's why I wanted to start by giving you some sort of a very accelerated classes about skin biology. It takes only a few minutes, but trust me, if you listen and you get some of the concept I'm going to share after that, it will be so much easier for you to understand how to use skincare, how to do, talk to your ST about your facial treatment, and also to be able to understand much better how to choose product for your skin. My background, I'm a PhD in skin physiology. I've studied for over a decade how ingredients from skincare interact with your skin. And what is extremely important to understand about skin is that actually your skin is your body's largest organ. It is huge, and you have to remember that actually the skin is an organ, meaning that it's living, and anything you're going to do with your skin is going to directly impact your health. So it's very important to be very mindful when it comes to treating your skin or taking off your skin every day. The way the skin is organized, and I want to explain you that because honestly, if you get that concept, you'll understand everything about skincare and facials after. But basically, the top layer of your skin, the one that you can feel, is called the stratum corneum. It really acts as a wall to protect your body, like a wall would protect your house, and it's organized in a brick and mortar dead layer that is very thin, like a sheet of paper, but actually extremely resistant and here to protect you. And below it, you have two other layers. So the stratum corneum is part of the epidermis, and then you have the dermis and the epidermis. But because we are talking about wellness, cosmetic, we are really focusing on the top layer of your skin, because if we go below it, then we are talking about drugs and not so much about cosmetic anymore. Millie, can you go to the next slide?
Oh, yes.
Thank you. And what has changed recently about our vision on skin, and the reason also why we are doing this class today is that the skin is not just 3 layers of tissue. It's actually covered by trillions of microorganisms, such as virus, bacteria, or even fungi. And this is called the skin microbiome. Maybe you've heard about it before, maybe you've heard about it for your gut, and Gabby will be talking about it. It's about all those bugs, probiotics that you have in your gut. Well, actually, it's exactly the same for your skin. You're covered of microorganisms. And you have to think that us as humans, we actually have even more microorganisms than we have human cells. So to show you really the importance and the impact that those microorganisms can have on your health. And anything you do to your skin is going first to directly impact your skin microbiome. So it's very, very important to understand it in order to take the best care possible. Millie, if you can go to next slide. Yes, because what's happening is that if you feel like your skin is healthy, that you don't have any particular sensitivity or skin reaction, very often this has been linked to what we say a healthy microbiome, meaning your microbiome is dense, it's rich in different type of microorganisms, and it's here to really take care of you. And you also have a very strong skin barrier function at the same time. But if you're, using a lot of skincare that's not right for you, or you're not doing the right facial for your skin, or you're having all those skin reaction, whether it's like sensitivity, like itching, stinging when you use skincare, if you're having, acne-prone skin or atopic skin, unfortunately, this tends to be linked to a very unbalanced microbiome where you're losing the good bacteria, for example, of your skin, and you have like some bad bacteria that will take over. And also your barrier function, that brick and mortar wall, can be affected. So it's very important to have in mind every time you use skincare, what is going to be the impact of that skincare on your barrier function and also the microbiome at the same time, to really give your skin a chance for like maximum longevity and also to really be healthy on the long term. You can go to the next slide. And there are many different aspects in your everyday life that can impact your skin microbiome. Of course, it's the skincare, because every time you apply a cream, you use a cleanser, you go to get a facial, you're directly touching your skin. And if it's not the right one for you, then your skin can be severely damaged. It can also be climate and pollution, depending where you live in the world. I know we had very international registrants from all around the world. If it's winter for you right now or summer, like in winter, our skin tends to be even more sensitized. It can have a lot of impact, such as pollution as well at the same time. And if you're a woman, also hormonal changes can have a big impact, especially when we go through like cycles, pregnancy, postpartum, and even menopause. All those hormonal changes directly impact the skin, because our skin has some hormonal receptors that are very sensitive to it. So for example, as we age, our skin tends to get drier, and we tend to lose some of the good microbiome just because it's drier and bacteria have less food for it to eat. Mental health is very important. We've seen it in our own research and in other publications that when you're under stress, for example, especially during, the pandemic area and other issues in the world happening right now, all of that can impact directly your skin. And people who are prone to certain skin conditions, such as acne or eczema, can actually have even more reaction to their skin during a stressful period. So everything you do to actually protect your mental health is going to support your skin health. And at the end of the class, Anna is even going to demo you, I think, some of her favorite gua sha move that really help both to relax your skin, but also your mind. And this is really great when you think about skin health. I won't say too much about food and gut, because we have our expert, Gabby from HUM, a certified nutritionist, who will be explaining everything about how your gut health has actually a direct impact on your skin health, and how this is so important to also take care of your gut microbiome, gut health, to support your skin health on the long term. Thank you. And just to quickly finish before Gabby takes over on the gut microbiome. So I'm the founder and CEO of Dr. Elsa Hugman. We are a skincare company based in San Francisco, even though I'm originally French. And we developed the first microbiome-friendly line for the skin. And we have a skin microbiome test that you can find at Faceos, where with a simple swab on your forehead, you can actually discover how balanced your microbiome is and get a personalized treatment through the Reset Facial at Faceos. And Faceos also use our product in their treatment. But happy to talk more about it at the end with Anna. Thank you so much. And I'll stay for the whole class to answer any question you have about skincare and skin health at the end.
Okay, so Dr. Elsa just shared all about the skin microbiome. So I'll be talking about the gut microbiome and the gut-skin connection. But we can't talk about gut health without first talking about what the gut microbiome actually is. So I'll start by painting a picture for you. Think of your gut as a garden. So see here we have our little garden image. In a garden, your plants don't just grow on their own, right? Most plants need to be planted in soil, and soil acts as the base of the plant. Its powerhouse, it's where it gets its nutrients from. It's what keeps it in place so that it can thrive. Well, in many ways, probiotics are like soil for our body. Probiotics are the good bacteria that live in our gut, and our bodies rely on probiotics to keep our gut health thriving. And we need our gut health to thrive for so many reasons, and we'll definitely get into those reasons shortly. But first, I also want to talk about prebiotics. So I just said that probiotics are the good gut bacteria, right? So prebiotics are a little different. So thinking about our image here, what else do plants need to grow when they're in a garden? Most plants need sunlight, and sunlight helps the plants in the garden better use the nutrients that are found in the soil so that they can continue growing. Well, that is exactly what prebiotics do in our gut. Prebiotics help the growth of probiotics in the gut so that our body can get the most benefits from them. And I know that can sometimes get a little confusing. So to recap, prebiotics help feed the probiotics, and the probiotics are what balances our gut. So I hope everyone's still with me and I didn't just confuse anyone. But in a perfect world, we would constantly be consuming pre and probiotics through our diet and our skincare. And our gut and skin would be happy and healthy all of the time. Unfortunately, a little reality check, that's not the case for many of us because as Dr. Elsa mentioned, there are so many things that can cause imbalances in both our gut and our skin. So thinking back to our picture here, like in any garden, there can be pesky weeds that can get in the way of healthy plant growth. Similarly, in our gut, there can be bad bacteria that competes for space with good bacteria, and that can really cause an imbalance. And when there's an imbalance between good and bad gut bacteria, many areas of our health can be affected. And Millie, if you could please change to the next slide. Thank you. Okay, so now let's talk about what a gut imbalance can look or feel like. So for many of us, whenever we do have an imbalance, your gut and your skin will tell you. You're very likely to notice changes in your digestion first and foremost, because obviously digestion takes place mostly in the gut. But you can also see changes in your mood, even your sleeping patterns. The balance of good and bad bacteria impacts so much around the body, even food breakdown, hormone production, even our ability to manage our weight, and especially our immune system. Fun fact, most of our immune system actually resides in our gut. So taking care of your gut is a great way to stay healthy. And what many of us may not know or realize is that our gut health is also reflected in the skin because of the gut-skin axis. So whenever we do have an imbalance in our gut, this can unfortunately look like breakouts, skin redness. It can look like dry patches for some people. It really just depends on what's going on. And so for this reason, it's so important to consider your gut health when you're trying to improve the appearance of your skin. Okay, so before we jump into how to fix these imbalances, I'll first explain why they happen in the first place. And I think Dr. Elsa did a really great job at talking about the many different areas that can affect our microbiome. So many of the things that she touched on also affect our gut. So That includes stress, different lifestyle factors like alcohol consumption, smoking, or physical activity levels. All of these can contribute to how balanced our gut is. But our diet actually plays a humongous role. So our diet can not only affect the amounts of good probiotics in our body, but also the quality. So this is mostly because, most Western diets are lacking in diversity and they are very ultra processed. In fact, I think almost 75% of the world's food production comes from only 12 plants and 5 different animal species. So many of us are not getting a ton of variety in our diet, and that can really throw off our gut health. Okay, so now that we know what causes an imbalance, we can move on to the good part. And I'm about to share with you my top tips on improving gut health and thereby improving the appearance of your skin. So as a dietitian, of course, my biggest recommendations are going to be food-based. And my first tip is to make sure that you're boosting your prebiotic intake. So again, prebiotics are going to feed the good bacteria in your gut. And they're present in a wide range of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. And so you can find prebiotics in foods like oats, chickpeas, bananas, apples, grapefruit, watermelon. All of those foods are very high in prebiotics. Okay, my second top tip is to make sure that you're also getting in your probiotics. So probiotics, again, are that good gut bacteria, and they can be found in fermented foods. So whether you enjoy drinking kombucha or eating foods like yogurt, sauerkraut, tempeh, kimchi, all of these are really great ways to get your probiotic intake. Of course, it can be so tricky to quantify the amount of pre and probiotics that you're getting into your daily diet. So one of the best ways to ensure that you're getting enough good, high quality probiotics is by taking a dietary supplement. So I'm definitely going to take this as an opportunity to shout out Skin Squad Pre and Probiotic. I hope you guys can see it here. It's one of my favorite supplements. So what it is, it's made with konjac roots. And for those of you who don't know what konjac root is, it's a root vegetable that is loaded with prebiotics. So it's really going to help nurture that good gut bacteria. It's also made with 40 billion live organisms, AKA probiotics that help nurture and restore balance in the gut and skin. And the best part is that we really put this product to the test. We had a dermatologist supervised study with women who experienced non-cystic acne, and we asked these women to take Skin Squad for 60 days. And from this study, we found that 88% of these women reported a decrease in breakouts. I don't know about you, but that's extremely impressive because they were able to see real skin results just from improving their gut health. So I highly recommend Skin Squad. It's a part of my daily routine, and I think you'll really love it too. So that's it for me.
Awesome. Okay, Anna.
Hello, everyone. So I, like I was saying, I'm in-house at South Bay right now in El Segundo. I've been an esthetician for a little over 6 years now, and my background stems in Ayurvedic wellness. And with that, I have fallen in love with our Dr. Elsa facial. At Face House, we call it the Reset Service. Whole concept here is to essentially tie in what Dr. Elsa, as well as what Gabby was saying, into one facial for us to really analyze the skin and then determine what's best for each client. The main approach with this is a less is more concept, which has personally been my favorite, just to really control any skin concerns and make sure we're targeting any areas that we're doing too much in. If you're over exfoliating, if you're doing too many treatments throughout the week, this is a really good service that you can get in-house to make sure that we're targeting a more calming side of things. So once you're at Face House and you do a reset service, you get a kit, a microbiome test kit. Very similar to when you're doing a COVID test. So I think we're all familiar with that now. You are able to swab your skin with this test, and then the estheticians in-house get an awesome report back where we're able to see what's really going on with your skin's microbiome. So like these two ladies were saying, stress, diet, your lifestyle, also things you're putting on your skin can affect the microbiome, and your skin is the largest organ we have in our body. So with this line here that we use with Dr. Elsa and at Face House, very, very minimalist approach. Everything's oil-based, very calming and anti-inflammatory. So once you're in-house getting a service with us, you will get your first facial, and then I recommend the clients right after to do your test kit that next day. Then you'll get best results by the next time we have your service. Once you come in-house, you'll be able to sit down with your esthetician, and they'll go over your microbiome test kit, and then we'll get you on either a reset or a maintenance recovery routine. So with that, we have some of my favorite modalities that I will be demoing today, and main focus is going to be lymphatic drainage. With that, we do facial cupping, which has been super popular along with gua sha. I feel like gua sha got very, very heightened during the pandemic time. So I'm really excited that we incorporated this at Face House. With this, we do recommend a routine series of services so you can really reset your microbiome. Because again, starts from the gut, put good in, get good out, and then my job is to help reset your skin. So I'm going to demo today some things that you can do at home to increase your detox of the skin by using minimal products and to keep the lymphatic drainage going. Amazing benefits of this are brighter, more youthful skin. If you have a lot of sinus pressure or puffiness when you wake up in the morning, really, really beautiful modalities to do at home. Biggest tips I recommend to clients are medial to lateral. So you want to start in the middle of the face, going up, and then draining. Lymphatic drainage following all of the lymph nodes, which are all over our body, to detox the skin. So with this, I'm going to demo on my model here and just show you guys some simple things you can do at home to drain your lymphatic system in your skin. So bear with me, let's get this over. Okay. Can everybody see my beautiful model?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So some things I like to do, can we all hear me? Okay.
Millie, can you stop sharing the screen
yeah.
so we can see full and pin Anna like that we can really see. Thank you.
Can everyone see and hear? Okay.
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Perfect.
So things I like to do, things that you can do again at home, and things that you will also get when you're in treatment for a reset facial here at Face House. Lymphatic drainage, my favorite. So I like to start on the chest area. Let me scoot it over here. On our sternocleidomastoid and just pressing. I like to do opening movements as well. Lots of lymph nodes stay right here. So again, biggest focus and concept of this whole call as well is holistic wellness, draining the lymphatic system and resetting your skin's microbiome. So I like to start, you can easily do this at home as well. Do some presses. And then I'm going to go in with, I like to start with the Begin Again from Dr. Elsa. Again, you will get all of Dr. Elsa's products used on you in your Face House facial. So I'm going to apply a little bit of the oil here, and then I'm going to demonstrate ways that you can incorporate cupping and gua sha. We still see okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so I start and turn the head and focus on one side. Again, lots of lymph nodes going down. So we really want to focus on draining. So I'm going to demonstrate with some cupping first. So cupping is beautiful. You like to grab the skin. We want to do slow. You can find facial cups just about anywhere nowadays. This is really beautiful to help with the blood flow. It feels awesome. It's great for puffiness, sagginess in the skin. How's it feel, Kim? Amazing. Nice and slow here. We want to focus on relaxing because, again, stress is a huge factor with affecting our microbiome. Nice, slow, and draining all the way down to the lymph nodes. If you get a service with me, my main focus is always lymphatic drainage and massaging. So I am a very big fan of this facial. And other things you can do, I call them little kisses. You can pump and go all the way through as well. Behind the ear, drain and down. Another cool thing you can do, we all seem to struggle with tired eye area. So I love to even take a smaller cup and you can focus in the eye area. So when you're with your esthetician here too, you can let them know any areas of concern that you have, and we can focus more intricately on those areas. So this is just a quick demo of cupping. And again, great for blood flow and circulation. Now we get into the fan favorite, again, very popularized during COVID, is the gua sha tool. Again, I like to start on neck area and then make our way down. Biggest thing with gua sha, we don't want to be going this way. We want it to be flat, again, relaxing, detoxing. So I like to go up, scoop the neck, scoop. You could even be fancy and do 2 at the same time. Feels really nice. And again, another cool thing is we're gliding this with all of Dr. Elsa's products. So you're also getting the nutrients and all those anti-inflammatory properties of, oat oil, vitamin E. And those are really getting into the skin as we're doing this. So biggest focus of this facial is, again, resetting the skin's microbiome. This is really great for clients who are overusers of exfoliation. If you've been with Face House for a while and you're used to all of our amazing house services, this is a nice one to do just to switch things up. Eye area is really beautiful. You can focus on pressure points and go around as well. And again, biggest thing here, medial to lateral. So we want to start in the middle and then drain the lymph nodes as well. And then when I'm all done, I like to also finish with a little more lymphatic massage just with my hands I love the oat power oil. That's my personal favorite and client's favorite as well. It's so beautiful for any redness. And if you're struggling with breakouts or irritation from excess product use, it's really beautiful as well. And that is how you do some lymphatic drainage and some services that you can get with us at Face House with our Reset Facial. Thanks for being a model, Kim.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was so relaxing. I feel like I got a facial.
I'm very relaxed right now.
Wow. Thank you so much, Anna. That was relaxing. Amazing. Okay, I guess I will share my screen again here. Sorry, I'm just gonna find it now. And I think we'll open it up now. If anyone has any questions for any of our experts, now is a great time to ask them, and feel free to use the chat function. anything from skin health to the microbiome to how to use a gua sha at home to gut health, dietitian needs, anything. Kind of use this time to talk. And if our hosts have any questions for each other, also participants probably are wondering something similar as well. So yeah, we'll just open this up to a conversation if anyone has any questions.
I have a question for Anna on the cupping and the gua sha.
Mhm.
Is that something you would recommend to do at home, or what should we be careful about?
You said recommend at home?
Yeah, or is it better to always do it with your ST? What would you recommend if we want to find some time to relax at home between facials, for example?
Yeah, I definitely recommend doing it at home. I think it's something great that you can incorporate into a nighttime routine, especially gua sha, I think is really nice to start doing at home. Cupping, it can be a little tricky at first to get into because you don't want to apply too much pressure because we're not doing body cupping where you get that redness to come out. This is more just relaxing, but definitely things you can do at home, and they are safe daily as well, just to keep the skin rejuvenated and fresh. So I really like incorporating it at home. And then once a month here too, just to get it a little more deeper and professional as well.
Thanks.
I have a question for Gabby. When beginning probiotics, are there any side effects when you first begin them? Or can you just start right away? Because I would think if it's something that's going into your gut, I don't know, is there anything people should be aware of when they're first beginning their probiotic journey or whatever?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if you're experiencing a lot of imbalances in your gut, you will start to notice a difference once you start introducing that good gut bacteria into your diet. I wouldn't say there's side effects per se. Of course, everyone can respond differently to supplements, but the side effects that I guess you would see are a good thing. Like you might notice that you're having better digestion. In a couple of weeks, you might start to see the appearance of your skin improving. Like I mentioned, probiotics, they really have so many benefits in addition to gut health. They're very good for your immune system, for hormone balance. So I think those are some of the effects that you can expect. Of course, all with due time, they do take a while, a couple of weeks to exert their benefits. If you're just starting out, my biggest recommendation would be to make sure that you're taking these without food. Because what happens is when we eat food, our stomach starts to release acid to break down the nutrients from that food. And we don't want those acids killing the good bacteria that we have in our supplements. So I would suggest taking it first thing in the morning or right before bed, as long as you're on an empty stomach.
That's good to know. Trying to see, anybody have any questions in the chat? I don't see it myself, so holler if we have any.
I have a question for Anna. I thought it was really cool that you used Dr. Elsa's product before you started cupping. So when you do that, do you rinse off the product afterwards, or do you just start layering your skincare?
Great question. So in the facial, we do the cleanser and then we do the cupping. So with that, I would do the cleanser, do my cupping, and then I would do a light water removal and then go in with the rest of my products. When I am using the serums though, I leave them on the skin, especially if I'm doing gua sha. And if you're at home too and doing the serums, I always leave those on the skin. I love them because you get a little 2-for-1, even a 3, 4, 5-for-1, but it is good for your serum and moisturizer together. So I leave those ones on all the time, but cleansers I will emulsify with a little bit of water to remove.
Thanks,
But
Anna.
so I can just cover myself in them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions for our hosts?
I do have a question too, Gabby. I know Millie kind of asked it as well, but I have had some clients tell me that after using a probiotic, not necessarily the hum one, but using a prebiotic, and they have experienced breakouts right away. Would you say that could be from maybe the way that they're using it with eating it, or using it while they're eating, or what do you think could be causing that? Because I have heard that.
Yeah, that's interesting. So I think what happens when you introduce many like skincare focused supplements into your routine, sometimes there can be a slight purging. Um, Thankfully with Skin Squad, I haven't heard that type of feedback from our customers, but I think something that is maybe a little bit more active might have like a skin purging effect. Of course, I can't speak for all pre and probiotics out there, but fortunately, I haven't really heard our customers complain about breakouts. But yeah, some supplements do have a purging effect. That's not something we typically see with probiotics, but of course, everyone can respond differently.
Got it. Thank you. Then you got one. Pre-probiotics be taken together with other supplements or medications?
That's a really good question. So probiotics work well with most other supplements. So if you already have a supplement routine going for you, it's super easy to add a product like Skin Squad into your routine. I know like with our hum line of supplements, we have like over 30 different products. Skin Squad works well with every single one of them. It's a great addition to most routines, especially if you want to address both gut and skin together. As for medications, because there are so many medications out there, it's really hard to say like, yes, it works well with all of them, or no, it doesn't. It's better just to double check with your doctor, just because they'll be able to provide a recommendation based on your past medical history and the specific types of medications that you're taking.
And Dr. Elsa, how often, I know I mentioned we have the microbiome test kit that we sell in our facials. How often do you recommend that people retest their skin's microbiome? Let's say they've gotten 3 services here. Do you think it'd be a good idea to test their microbiome after their 3 facials, or wait even a little bit longer?
Yeah, what I would recommend is that first there is like I would say a urban legend about your skin microbiome, thinking that overnight it can completely change or be totally different. Actually, your skin microbiome is quite resilient over time, and it takes time for your microbiome to adjust and adapt to a new treatment, a new regimen that you get through the recommendation at Facials when you do the reset facial. So what I would recommend ideally is that once you test the first time, when you begin the reset treatment plan, usually we recommend, I believe, Anna, to do the facial about every 4 weeks, let's say. So the treatment lasts for about a quarter. I think to retest every quarter or every 6 months is a good time, especially, I mean, if you've noticed a skin improvement, that's great, because it can kind of validate if your microbiome is actually more balanced. And I would say, especially if you want to start using some product like actives, if you have, like, for example, pigmentation issue and you want to get on vitamin C, or you want to start using some retinol for like more like a skin longevity, which I know some people like to do, those ingredients sometimes can be very irritating for the skin, and I would not recommend to use them if your microbiome is unbalanced from the report. But if you feel your skin has improved, it's good to redo a test, let's say 3 months after, before you start a new treatment plan with your esthetician at Facials, in order to check if your microbiome is actually rebalanced, to start introducing and changing your personalized regimen as you move forward. Or also if you want to start trying, new facial at Facials that maybe are a little more, not aggressive, I would say, but, can be a little more invasive than the reset one, to make sure that your microbiome is set up for that. If you feel like your skin has kind of changed, suddenly you have a skin issue and you don't understand what's going on with your skin, even if you've tested just a month ago, maybe it's good also to retest just to check what is unbalanced, if it's something that is reflected in your microbiome or if it's different. That can give you a lot of insight on if you have any like bad bacteria, bad fungi that can appear at a high amount in your skin, and that should not be there. And it's important to know it before you do anything to your skin. That would be my recommendation.
I have one question for Anna. If someone wanted to try gua sha at home, what would be, I know that you're using an oil, specifically was it the oat power you said?
Any of the oils, yeah. But
So you would recommend oil over like a cream? Because I imagine, why do you prefer the oils? I'll just say.
Yeah, I like using an oil simply for the glide. You
Yeah.
don't use a lot because you do want to get the benefits of lymphatic drainage. So we're not trying to, baste you by any means. Just, glide. That way, anything with cupping, that way you're getting the actual benefits and we're not just playing with the face.
Right.
So I like to have a little bit of oil. Some people will do a serum if they're more creamy too, not just oil based, but anything that is just light and will give you a little glide is really nice.
Okay.
I like oils because you can just leave them on after too.
True. Okay, so if does anyone have any more questions as we?
Yeah, there's actually a question in the chat.
Oh, wonderful.
Diane, that's an excellent question. So prebiotics are mostly found in your fruits, your vegetables, and your grains. So I think one of the most popular sources of prebiotics are bananas. They're so good for your digestion, but they can also be found in foods like oats, chickpeas, many watery fruits like grapefruit, watermelon. All of those will be really good sources of prebiotics.
I didn't know that. That's great.
Yeah, so you're probably already eating foods that contain pre and probiotics, and maybe you just weren't aware.
That's also what I think is really great about the microbiome test kit that you can get is not only is it's been so accurate for my client's skin, but also it tells you or gives you food recommendations too, based on your skin's health, and then also other products. So it's a full range of products to choose from for your skin type. So it's really, really great how intricate the results are too.
Okay, I can't see the chat, so there's
No, there are no more questions that I've seen. I think, yeah, if someone, there is Jenny is asking, she was not able to get in the event right away, if there will be a recording of this. Yes, Millie, you're recording, right? And we will send a follow-up email with a link to watch the recording of the video. And I think there's another email too to watch for.
Yes, I will go to this one. If you want to view a recording of this, we will be sending out the recording to anyone who signed up, even if you weren't able to join. And we will be sending an email with some special discount codes from Hum and Dr. Elsie Youngman and Face House. Also, if you attended today, you are entered into a giveaway. So look out your email for that. And we will be picking randomly a lucky winner from the participants today. So thank you all so much for joining. And once again, we will be sending out to the recording. So you should be able to look back on this and share it if you would like. So I'd like to thank Anna, Gabby, and Elsa for giving us some wonderful information and insight on holistic skin health. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for coming.
Bye, everyone. Have a great evening.
Bye. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.